Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Eldritch Horror and the twin blasphemies of the Black Goat. Yes, we're still up against Shub-Niggurath and her evil plan to devour the world, and we've got to stop her. Last episode we got a rumour, so we're going to have to deal with that as well. And we are now in the second stage of the Mythos deck. And we're just about to start episode 5. I don't think there were any problems with episode 4. So we'll move into the action phase, and our first player is going to be Finn Edwards. Finn finally managed to find someone to help. An odd bunch. They had sought him out, having heard tales of his exploits. After a short meeting, the group had sent some of its operatives to San Francisco. Apparently someone had been keeping tabs on Finn, leaving the States. And here we are with Finn. He's going to stay as our first player. Now, he's not actually going to move. I was going to send him over to the pyramids, but I think we've got a little bit of time and we can keep him in Tokyo. So that is going to be the plan. We can get him to, because of his train ticket and ship ticket, we can get him to the pyramids pretty much any time. So first thing he's going to do is we're going to try and get that weapon out of the reserve. Remember the expert's blade. So he's got 3. What is it? He's got 3 of influence. So we're going to have a go at that, and he is blessed. So let's get across to the asset reserve and see if he can pick himself up that weapon. And here we are at the asset reserve. So we've got 3 blessed dice. 4s are better, please. And we get 2 4s, and that's enough. So we only needed 2 successes. So we're going to take the expert's blade, which I will flash up on the screen now. Thankfully, I've already scanned this. So he gets the expert's blade, and that's going to be extremely useful. We need to kill some monsters at some point. So that's great. And we've obviously got to replace that in the reserve. So we'll get the deck, we'll cut it, and what do we find? Kerosene, cost of 1. Item, you may discard this card to gain +5 strength during a combat encounter. Again, it's a weapon, but you've got to discard it, so that's pretty bad. Again, I'm going to have to scan that. But so it should come up on your screen, or probably already has done. So you can have a quick read of that. All right, so that is his first action. His next action is, what's he going to do next? Let's have a little think. I think what he'll do next is he will gain a focus. So no need to go anywhere. We'll just pick a focus up, and we'll put that onto his player tray. So he's got a focus, and he's acquired the expert blade. Oh, when he acquires the expert blade, he's got to get a talent. Forgot about that. So let's get the talent deck. Where are we? They are up here somewhere. Yeah. And that's the talent deck. But I've got to add a couple of things into that talent deck, because there are 2 talents that are actually boons as well. So I keep them in the boon deck. I'm just going to dig them out. I'm going to have to, yes, composed. And yeah, so composed is a boon, but it's also a talent as well. So I've got to include these. So I'll put them in the deck randomly. And yeah, it's just one of those annoying cards that is got a that fits in 2 decks. We'll give it a little shuffle before we do a cut. It's just so annoying, double-sided cards. and having to shuffle around a camera when you can't shuffle anyway. And then we'll do a cut, and we'll pick off the bottom, and we get quick study. So what I'll do is I'll scan this as well, and you should be reading it any time now. Talent. Once per round, when you gain this card or another talent condition, you may gain one additional talent condition. Woo! That's good. If you do, flip this card. Well, we are going to do it, because now counts as gaining this talent. So we're going to pick another one, and then we're going to flip this card. So we'll do another cut, and we'll pick off the bottom again, and we get Moxie. Moxie, condition, talent. You may re-roll one die when resolving a will test. Once per round, if you would lose 2 or more sanity, prevent one of that sanity loss, then flip this card. So we'll take both of those, but we've got to flip quick study. So I'll pick it up, and we'll flip it over and see what we get. Quick study. The importance of your work is what drives you. The more you learn about the powers that threaten the world, the harder you work to achieve your goals. When you have 1 or more clues, flip this card. If you have no clues, resolve one effect of your choice. Discard one other talent condition, then flip this card, or discard this card. He's got no clues, has he? Bloody typical. Don't want to keep... I'll keep quick study, and we'll get rid of Moxie. Yeah. So that gets discarded back into this deck. It was worth doing. We might have been able to keep it. But yes, good idea. So quick study is a talent that he gets. And we have put Moxie back, because I want to keep quick study. The chances that we get a couple of... we can keep generating talents is really good. And we'll have clues eventually. Okay, right, so that is it for Finn Edwards. Next up, it is going to be, I believe it's going to be Jenny Barnes. And here we are with Jenny Barnes. Okay, the first thing she's going to do is she is going to rest. So that is going to get her 1 sanity, and it's also going to get her an extra health. We're not going to do any acquiring assets this particular turn, and instead what she's going to do is she is going to travel. So we'll pop across to the board and let's see where she goes. And here we are with Jenny. She's at space 7, and she's just going to move up to space 6. That is one of the clues she has on her personal story, the search for Isabel. So if we have an encounter here, then we can get rid of that clue. And that means she'll only have 1 left, which is space 1, I believe, which is just up there, just off camera. It's just up there at Alaska, pretty much. Okay, so that's it for Jenny. Very quick for her. Next up is Diana Stanley. And here we are with Diana Stanley. So we've got to get rid of this wanted condition that's on here, so I remember. And yes, we've got to carry on trying to get clues over to Leo. So we're going to use Arcane Insight. So let's bob across to the board, and let's see what she's going to do. And here we are with Diana. So the first thing she's going to do is Arcane Insight. We've seen it before. What we've got to do is we've got to test our lore. Now, we do get +1 for each tome asset that we've got, and we've got 2. So that cancels out the -2 on the actual card itself, and we get a +1. I think I could get a +1 from the Ancient Manuscript or the Arcane Manuscript, so just +1 off one of those. So that's going to be 5 dice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's give it a roll. Come on. And we get 3 successes, which is fantastic. We're going to give a clue to good old Leo. So we get the old clue bag. And there we go. That's another clue for Leo. He's now got 4, which is great. Pop that back. Now we have, because we've casted a spell, we have to flip it over, but I think 3 successes is okay. You should see it sometime now. You easily pluck the secrets out of time and space from the cosmos, no additional effects, so we flip the card back. That's great, we've done that. And having sent some clues Leo's way, we still have another action. And what we're going to do is we're going to move up here to space 9, where there is another clue that we're going to try and pick up. We'll have a research encounter up here and try and pick up that clue. But because we've moved, that means that we can roll for the wanted condition. And when we perform a travel action, we may roll 1 die, and we want a 4, 5, or 6. So we'll roll this 6 here and try and get rid of this this wanted condition. We don't want this like flipping over when there's a bloody reckoning, because there'll be something nasty on the other side. So come on, you can do it, Diana. No, she can't. A 2. So we didn't manage. She's still wanted. Oh, damn. So that's bad. We're just going to have to carry on trying to get rid of that. So I was really hoping that we'd be able to get rid of that, but unfortunately not. We rolled a 2. Not good enough. That is it for Diana, who's now up in Greenland. Next up, it's going to be our final player. Yes, it's going to be Leo Anderson. And here we are with Leo plus his new clue. So he now has 4 clues, which is extremely useful. All right, what we're going to do with him? Well, he's going to rest. So he's going to rest again. And that put him up to 3 sanity. But it will also put him up to 5 health, because he has the medical journal. And I'll flash that up for you, but generally when he rests, you gain an additional health, so he'll get 2 health, and that put him up to 5. So he's looking a lot better. Before we send him to London to start like chewing on goat spawn and stuff, then we want to make sure we get his health and sanity up. 3 and 5, that should be enough. We should be okay. Okay, having done that, what is he going to do next? Well, I think rather than going all the way back over there, he's not actually going to travel anywhere, but he's going to prepare for travel. And he's going to do that by actually, it doesn't really matter whether he gets a train ticket or he gets a ship ticket. Eventually, we want to get him to Arkham, and then he's going to move to London. So I think we'll get the train ticket and go via Space 6, or we can go via Space 6 with a train, via Space 8 with a ship. It doesn't really matter. We'll use the train. Okay, so he's prepared for travel, got a train ticket, and he has rested. And in fact, we're not going to do that. I've changed my mind. We can complete his personal story, can't we? So I think, and we've got the Arcane Assistant and the Vatican Missionary in the reserve. So I think he's going to do that. So as an action, test influence. If you pass, gain 1 ally asset of your choice from the reserve or discard pile. Been having a few questions about this special ability. People think you can't use it in the wilderness. You can. The fact it comes from the asset reserve makes no difference. You do not have to be in a city for Leo to be able to use this action. You can use it anywhere. That's why it's a special action, yeah? And he only needs to get 1 success. He doesn't need to get the successes of the cost of the card. 1 success. He's a very persuasive guy. They will join his expedition. So just going through that again. So yes, thought about going to the train station and then thought, you know what? Look at him over there. I think they can help me on my expedition. So he's going to try and persuade them. So let's get over to the board and see if he can do it. And here we are with Leo. So he's got 3 influence because he gets +1. He's got a +1 from both the Willful Aristocrat and the Personal Assistant, but we can only use 1. So with his influence of 2, +1, we've got 3 dice. But we do have a re-roll from the Personal Assistant, which could be useful. But we don't need it because we got a 6. A single success is all we need. So we're going to complete a personal story. Excellent. So that's great news. What are we going to pick? The Vatican missionary or the arcane assistant? The thing with having so many allies is that a lot of the bonuses aren't going to stack. So we've already got +1 will for the Vatican missionary, and we've already got roll an additional die when resolving a law test. We'll take the arcane assistant because that will stack the rolling an additional die when resolving a law test as part of a spell effect. There is something else on the Vatican missionary. Oh no, it's a reroll on the Vatican missionary as well. So we'll take the Vatican missionary. Yeah. That is his 5th ally. So he's bumped into a Vatican missionary in Panama City and persuaded him to join the expedition. We will have to replace that in the reserve. So we'll do a cut. There we go. Pick one off the top. And what do we get? We'll have to scan this as well. The Scroll of Secrets. So that should be coming up any time now. Cost of 2. Item tome. When you gain this card from the deck or reserve, gain 1 clue. Good. Gain +2 law when resolving spell effects. So we'll put that into the reserve. Excellent. And all these can go back into... If you want to start a YouTube channel, don't. The amount of faffing around here I've got to do in order to move all these cards back is untrue. Right, there we go. Still got 3 down here. All right, pick those up. Okay, right. They're back where they should be in the card holder. And that's it for Leo. So, yes, he rested, and then he persuaded a Vatican missionary to join his party. Almost it for Leo. We've got to read his personal story. I've just got to see when he might complete in the mythos phase. He might complete it straight away. So I'm just checking his card. When you have 5 or more ally assets, discard this card and gain the full party reward. Right. So it's straight away. We're discarding this card and we're going to get the full party reward, which is here. And I read this out right at the very beginning, if you remember, when I did the introductory episode. So full party reward. When you gain this card, gain 1 character unique asset. You cannot discard your ally assets unless you choose to. That is really good. That is really, really good. Yeah, another ally. So he's going to end up with 6. And so we need the unique assets deck, which is this one. And what he can do now is he can trade some of these allies. He's got to 5. He's got the full party reward, so he can actually trade away a few of these if he wants to. But he can't be forced to lose any. And if he goes under 5, doesn't matter. He just had to get to 5. If you go under 5 afterwards, doesn't matter. He still has the full party reward. We will do another cut and put that on top, and we'll go from the bottom because these are double-sided. And a stone tablet is not an ally. Father Maluzzo. So he must have been hanging around with the Vatican missionary. So I will scan this, and it should be coming up any time now. Father Maluzzo. Unique asset. Allied character. Once per round, you may add 1 success to your test results when resolving a will test during a combat encounter. And on a reckoning, we've got to roll a die on a 4, 5, or 6. We gain a blessed condition. Woo! That is fantastic. Brilliant. So we've got a really good chance of getting blessed off Father Maluzzo. That is pretty awesome, actually. That's a great card to pick out. And we need never lose it, no matter what. because of our full party reward. So that's excellent, and that is it for Leo now. And we shall move into the encounter phase. And here we are at the encounter phase with Finn. He's in Tokyo, so he's going to have a Tokyo encounter. So we will do a cut. And this is the card that we're going to read. I'll scan it, and you should be able to read it anytime now. Tokyo, you pray to Susanoo for a mighty storm. A monster of your choice on any space loses 2 health. Again, brilliant. So we need to get rid of something with 2 health. We did this last time. I'm just hoping there's something nasty with 2 health. We could get rid of a goat spawn, but there is a chance to get a dark pact off one of those, and might be able to kill it, at the end of the game. So I'm just flicking through. We can get rid of this skeleton for 2, and that's 4. So I think, yes, we will get rid of the skeleton. So we'll get rid of the skeleton, and that way at least we've got a gate that doesn't have a monster on it. We'll get rid of the skeleton for 2. I definitely want to get rid of a monster. There are some nasty monsters that I could put 2 health damage on, which would be useful, but we can't go over 10 monsters. We start losing 2 doom every mythos phase, so let's get our monster count down by just getting rid of 1. So that skeleton goes back into the monster cup where it belongs, and yes, we managed to get rid of that skeleton. Let's carry on reading. There's probably something else we've got to do. You leave a donation at the Sea God's Temple. So that is influence -1. What is your influence, Finn? Old boy. His influence is 3. He is blessed. And I'm just checking that talent. I think that talent is just learning other talents, isn't it? Yeah. So it's 2 blessed dice, and we have a focus. We do have a focus. So we'll roll 2 blessed dice. Oh, we're going to have to spend a focus on 1 and a 2. You are joking me. So we're going to spend that focus. And we get a 4. Just. Good job, he was blessed. So hang on, that focus token, that goes back into the box. Whew, that was lucky. So let's have a read now. If you pass, the priests are pleased. Gain 1 service asset from the deck. If you fail, we didn't fail, so that's okay. And random service asset from the deck. So here's the deck. I'm just going to go through it from the bottom till we get a service asset. Won't be a second because it takes ages. Service, come on. Normally do it on camera, but it's just agency quarantine is what we've got. Yeah, it's just too much of a hassle reaching around the camera, so you'll just have to trust me. And right, agency quarantine, scan this. You should be able to read it anytime now. So cost of 4, excellent. Service. When you gain this card, immediately choose a space. Each monster on the chosen space loses 4 health, then discard this card. I can see why people won't believe I picked that, but I did. And the space, well, that's dead easy. We're going to pick the Heart of Africa. So the Leopard Man, 2 health, dies. The Wendigo, 2 health, dies. The Goat Spawn, we were trying to keep it, but this is too good to pass up, dies. And it's 3 on the riot, so that dies as well. So we've got rid of 5 monsters this turn. That is absolutely fantastic, getting agency quarantine. Brilliant. They go back into the monster cup, apart from the goat spawn, which goes back on there. Awesome. 5 monsters got rid of. Yes. Brilliant. Okay. So that is it for Finn, and I nearly moved him from Tokyo as well. Nearly moved him, but then I thought, you know what? We've got an extra turn. Fantastic. A real bit of luck there. And now we've only got 1, 2, 3 monsters left on the board. That is more like it. Okay, that is it for Finn and his encounter phase. Next up, it is Jenny Barnes. And here we are with Jenny Barnes. She's on a generic city space, so we're going to have to use the generic deck. Again, we'll do a cut and pick one off the top. And the one we get is this one. So I'll read it out, scan it, and you should be able to read it. City. Corrupt members of the police force pressure you for a bribe. Well, you're asking the right chick. She's got loads of money. You speak to some people in the know to take care of the problem. Test influence. Yes, that's what we like. So I'm just having a look to see if the black fan adds on to this. Yes. Oh, we get the 2 successes when performing an acquire assets action, so we are actually just going to have to roll dice here, but we do get +2 off that. And she already has 4 influence, so we're rolling 6 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think there was any penalty. No, it's just a straight roll. And we just need a single success. Come on. And we get 2 successes. Woohoo! So she's used her influence and sorted these people who are asking for a bribe out. If you pass, the police are apologetic and share their leads with you. Spawn a clue. If we failed, we'd have got a debt condition, but which we could have got rid of anyway. So that wasn't a bad card for Jenny to get. But we do spawn a clue. Oh, got to keep that because I've got to scan it. Don't put it away, Paul. And right, so spawn a clue. That means we've got Brian's clue back. And this is the clue. I don't think it's going to focus, is it? I think it's 4. No, space 5. And again, all up in this area. So where's space 5? Just having a quick look around. Space 5 is like Chicago area. Up here, so pop that up there. Loads of clues. North America. Mind you, that's where the Silver Twilight Lodge is based, isn't it? So it's not surprising that there's loads of clues up in North America. Right, so that's it for her. We've managed to get a clue out on the board. Well done, Jenny. Next up is, yes, it's Diana Stanley. And here we are with Diana. Again, she is on... Oh, I've picked the wrong... Because she's on a wilderness space, I actually got the generic deck out, but we're trying to get the clue, aren't we? So we'll put that deck back, because I picked the wrong clue. I picked the wrong deck. If we're going to go after a clue, we need the research deck. So we'll give this a cut instead. Good job I noticed that. The whole reason why we sent her up here is to get another clue. So this is the one we're going to have a look at. And again, I will scan this, so you should be seeing this anytime now. We're on the wilderness spot. So a group of cultists have been eviscerated by some creature they summoned but could not control. You think you know a way to send the abomination back to where it belongs. It's a law -1 check. So her law is 5 because of various pluses and minuses on the arcane manuscripts and arcane and ancient manuscript. So, yes, and we can re-roll a die on the ancient manuscript. So we're going to have 4 dice to actually do this. So we'll pick 4 of these, and hopefully won't have to use the re-roll. Come on, a success. 3 successes. She sends it back to where it came from. No error. So let's carry on. If you pass, you banish the beast. Gain this clue and retreat Doom by 1. Doom goes to 13. We get the clue as well. Awesome. Unfortunately, she couldn't get rid of that wanted condition. And we didn't fail, so that's fine. I'll keep that because I've got to scan it. And that is excellent work by Diana. She's going to have to move back from Greenland anyway, so hopefully we won't get a reckoning. And she'll try and get rid of that wanted condition next turn. Okay, so that is good news. Excellent work, Diana. That's it for Diana in the encounter phase. Let's move back to Central America and see how Leo is going to get on. And here we are with Leo. He's here. So this is generic. And so I've got the generic deck out correctly this time because he's on space 7. We will do a cut as we always do. And try and pick up everything. Then we'll flip this top card. This is the one I'm going to be scanning and you should see shortly. We're on a city space. A night watchman tells you that a crate of weapons has gone missing from his warehouse. You offer him some money to learn more. Influence test. His influence isn't bad, I don't think, but we'll just check. And of course, he's got about 1 million allies, so I've got to check through those. And so we've got a re-roll off the personal assistant, and we've also got a +1 off the willful aristocrat. We've got 2 re-rolls, sorry. The willful aristocrat's got a re-roll as well. So 2 re-rolls +1. That puts us up to 3 influence. So it's 3 dice. It's down to 2. Yeah, back down to 2 because it's -1. So we've got 2 dice, but we've also got 2 re-rolls. Come on. Ooh. With it being missing weapons, there's a good chance we'll get a weapon if we can succeed at this. Bear with me while I pick up that dice off the floor. And we get a 6. We didn't need no re-roll because I roll like a beast. Right, if you pass, he sends you to an alley. Gain 1 random weapon asset from the deck. We didn't fail, so I'm not going to bother reading that, but you guys can if you wish. Put that with the growing list of things I need to scan. And I'm going to have to find a better way of doing that. It's taking too long. But now we've got to go through the deck for a random weapon asset. So here we are. I'm going to do the same thing, I'm afraid. It's just too much to try and do it on camera. So I'm just going to flip it over. I'm just going to go through till I get a weapon. Is this a weapon? No, it's the Holy Cross. So I'm just going to flick through. Oh, I can do that. Holy Cross. Holy Water is an item. Assassination is a service. That's a service. Lantern. So, of course, once I start doing it this way, which is a slight pain in the ass, we don't come across any weapons. Item. At last. We've got the Ancient Blade. So I'll read that out in a second after I put all these together and give them a quick shuffle. And put them back in the card holder. Oh, there we are. And the Ancient Blade should be coming up any time now. So he's picked up the Ancient Blade with a cost of 3. Item, it's a magical weapon. Gain +2 strength when resolving combat encounters. Excellent. And gain +2 law when resolving spell effects. An excellent find in the alley. Good man. So that is it for Leo. And that was a pretty good encounter phase, even if I say so myself. So great stuff, everybody. we're really pulling together and we're showing Shub Nugorath who's boss. Well, at least until the Mythos phase, which is now. Let's get across to the laugh and the chuckle phase. And here we are at the laugh and the chuckle phase, and there is the Mythos deck. So we may as well flip this over. It's a green, and no tentacles either, so that's good news. All right, so I'll scan this, so this should come up anytime now for you guys. First thing we've got is Omen movement. So we go on to a green comet. I don't think we've got any green comet gates, which means I've got to do something. It's been so long, I'm going to have to check. Won't be a moment. Ah, yes, I remember now. One normally remembers, one revisits the rules. Yeah, we lose a doom for each gate that is a green comet gate, but we haven't got any. So we don't lose any of the doom track that we've got, which is good news. But then we do move on to the monster surge, and this is the bit that I was getting confuzzled with. So normally we'd have a monster surge coming out of all those gates that were on the Omen, but we haven't got any gate with the Omen, so we need a new gate. So we're just going to spawn a new gate, and we get Arkham, which is just right in everybody's way. Ugh, how annoying! So Arkham's supposed to be our staging point for London, and now it's got a bloody gate and a monster on it. What a pain. So we've got a gate in Arkham, which is yet another red sunburst gate, so we're going to have to shut a couple of those. Okay, so we've got gate in Arkham. We're going to need a monster. A cultist would be nice, because we can get rid of them rather easily. We'll go down to the bottom of the monster bag and pick something. Shake all the others off. What have we got? That is not... Oh, we've got the Honoured Dead. So I'll bring it up. As I say, I'm not scanning these. It does have a green spawn symbol and a reckoning, but it means it's not going to stay at Arkham with any luck. We'll flick it over. So it's got 3 toughness. On the horror check, we need to get at least 2 successes to avoid sanity damage. The strength check is -1 for the combat, and we need at least 3 successes to avoid getting any damage. When this monster is spawned, move it to the pyramids, which is where I was going to send bloody Finn. And on a reckoning, we roll 1 die. On a 1 or a 2, the nearest investigator gains a curse condition. Oh, we need to get rid of this. We need to get rid of it. So we will be sending Finn there. He's got his expert's blade. So he's going to have to get there and deal with it. But at least that means no monster in Arkham. So at least we can move back to Arkham. While Diana's in Arkham, perhaps she can try and actually shutting that gate. So we might try and shut our first gate next turn. We shall see. So we've done that. And then we generate clues, of which we generate 2. So we get Brian's favourite bag. And the first one is going to the Himalayas. Himalayas gets a clue. And the second one is, what's this? Space 11, which is down here in the South Atlantic. So there's a couple of clues in the South Atlantic. Good, good. Okay, so we've done the clues and everything. So now it's just the flavour text and the bad news. No tentacles, though. People are staring at you again. You assume you must have been having another screaming fit. You try to ask for help, but you can no longer tell who is real and who is not. You console yourself with the hope that no one will ever have to see what you have seen. Ooh, it could be worse. Ongoing. Do without that. The lead investigator loses all but one sanity. How is this not a tentacle card? So that's Finn. Finn, who have to send here to try and kill that. On one sanity now. Oh, that's horrible. Every single reckoning as well, the investigator loses. Oh no, just the first. As soon as we get a reckoning, it'll try and get rid of that remaining sanity. So he's going to have to rest as well. But at least we can discard the card after that happens. Oh, just leave that in the middle. Oh, he has the most sanity as well, and he just loses it like that. So he loses 5 sanity, leaves him with a single sanity left. Oh, we needed him to do all that fighting. Oh, bloody mythos phase. It's crap. I hate it. Damn you. So, yeah, as soon as we get a reckoning, he's going to lose another sanity. So we've definitely got to rest him and make sure he's got at least 2 sanity. So that's one of our actions next turn. Gone. Oh, I think he can still get to the pyramids. He gets to the pyramids with 2 sanity, and then I've got to hope that he doesn't lose a sanity against this monster. So he still has 2 sanities after he's defeated it, just in case we get a reckoning next turn. Oh, pants. What a load of pants. We've got to kill it because nearest investigator getting a curse condition. We could all be cursed, within a few rounds. So we've got to, we've got to kill it as quickly as possible. What an absolute nightmare. Damn it. Okay, other than that, that was a fantastic turn. We managed to get rid of 5 monsters, including getting that agency quarantine, which was just brilliant. We've got rid of 5 monsters. We've only got a couple of monsters back. Oh no, 1 monster, the honoured dead. Everybody sort of succeeded. I don't think anybody failed an encounter there. And we got a load of great stuff. Personal story for Leo was completed. That's fantastic. He's got a really, really good ally now in Father Malozzo. And hopefully he can get blessed as well, Leo, for when he gets over to London. That's it now. We'll get him to London as quickly as possible. We can think he can get a ship ticket start of next turn. Then he travels. So he can travel to Space 6, use the train. Oh no, he didn't get a train ticket, did he? No, of course. Damn! But it's better that he completed his personal story. That's okay. He'll get a train ticket and go to Arkham. And then the turn after that, he can go to London and we can try that second mystery. We were lucky with our first mystery. Being able to complete that so quickly has given us extra time. So even though we're going to be on about, turn 6 or something, that's okay for completing a second mystery, I think, turn 6, turn 7. And then hopefully we'll get a quick to complete final mystery. But yeah, we're not doing too bad. But I wish good old Finn had. Oh, he's still got his whiskey though, hasn't he? Hang on, it's a good job I whipped her on. I'd have forgotten about his whiskey otherwise. So let's just read his whiskey. Item: you may discard this card to prevent an investigator on your space from losing up to 2 sanity. So he's going to discard that. Won't say when you do it. So he can discard it. So brilliant. He gets 2 sanity back, I believe, by discarding that. He hits the bottle. So instead of he goes all the way down to 1, but he's able to hit the bottle and keep 3. Oh, that's a lot better. It's been a fantastic turn. Forget about all that moaning I was doing a bit ago. That has really helped out him having that whiskey. So we got lucky again. Good job I remembered it. Good job I remembered it right now. If we got into the next turn, that'd have been too late. But we haven't. He's done it immediately during this mythos phase. He's got plastered and he's managed to save himself Instead of going down to 1 sanity, he's now on 3 sanity. So that's good stuff. Excellent. Brilliant. Okay. Yes. So, yeah, we're doing pretty good. We're doing a lot better now. And things are looking really, really groovy. So, yes, long may it continue. So that is it for episode 5. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the help and support, for all the likes and the dislikes, and for all the subscriptions. You're all marvellous. Any errors, please let me know, and I will try and fix them for next episode if I can. And yes, so anybody who's been across to Board Game Links to upvote the site, thank you too. Anybody who's been across to BGG to like the video threads over there, make a comment, drop Geek Gold, anything like that, thank you so much. And yes, I think that is it for episode 5. I hope to see you in episode 6. But until then, this is me, Catweazle, saying toodaloo.